going, and I can already launch my BattleNet. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I've lost the replay codes, but I have YouTube videos. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That is.
Okay.
Oh, then I didn't even need to launch my game. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave my game open. Anyways, so we're going to do a lot of talking because I went through your form, and to be completely honest, you know, I think the help you need, we will not find in the VOD review. You know,
Why
looking
is that?
your form, like the form you had to fill out, was such a humongous shit show that you know, like I just want you to know so that you're like ready for it, right? Like I don't want you to, you know, like there is like I've had sessions before where I've literally done nothing but talking for an hour and we don't even get to the VOD. And I'm not sure, but I think this could be one of those sessions. Rest assured,
Well,
though, I'm just trying to help you. Okay.
yeah, well, as long as I improve, it's fine, you know. I just
Okay.
want to gain SR at the end
Okay.
of the day.
Well, yeah, we should be able to get the whole SR thing. That shouldn't be a problem. So, before we get into this, let me get a few disclaimers out of the way. First, everything that you say, do, or show me during this session is completely confidential, meaning that I won't share it with anyone or talk to anyone about it or show it to anyone. Number two, I highly recommend you take notes. And
All right.
number three, the mantra that I follow with these sessions is once a coachee, always a coachee, which basically means that even after the session is over, if you have any questions, you can just send me a DM on Discord, and if I'm not dead, I will get back to you.
Okay, well, that's great.
Okay, very good. So let's go over this shit show of a forum. Jesus Christ, this was like you know, I the forum isn't very long, you know, and yet you managed to like give the worst answer for each question. I was genuinely impressed. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about, okay, and again, okay, I promise you, we're going to talk about some things, and if you do what I tell you, you're going to climb. I don't even need to look at your gameplay. Okay,
All
that's
right.
how screwed up this is. Okay, so the first thing we need to talk about. So this is like the first small issue. I asked you for your sensitivity, and you confused me a little because you wrote down 800 DPI and then 11-9-6 in game. Is that the password
Yeah.
for your bike lock?
No, it's because I use different sensitivities for heroes.
Do you
So
think that
heroes
is
that don't.
intellectual?
What?
Do you think
Sorry.
that's smart?
Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but
Okay,
I use
imagine
different.
you're a professional. What sports do you like?
Well, currently I'm into soccer right now.
You're into soccer. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just imagine for a second, okay? Every time you go to soccer practice, the ball has a different weight, okay? One day you play soccer with like
Well,
a beach ball, and then the next day you play soccer with a normal football, and then you play soccer with a fucking bowling ball.
well,
Do you think
in my
that's
soccer
good?
practices we kind of do that. so,
Okay,
you
well, I
know.
feel sorry for your soccer practices because that sounds really fucking stupid. Okay, but
Okay.
do you get the point that I'm trying to make here?
Well, not like I have to like use one sensitivity to get used to it.
Yes. Okay, because ultimately what you want is you want to develop muscle memory. You want to be able to make like muscle memory isn't even really about aim. It's also just about generally like traversing the map, you know? Because if you're on, I'm assuming that on like Tracer you have a very like fast sensitivity, but then on Soldier you have a very slow one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
you know, let's say you play soldier, and whenever and someone is behind you, you know, all of a sudden there's a Genji behind you, and you need to do a 180-degree turn. You know, you need to make that very fast. If you're slow, you're dead, right? And you need to
yeah,
move your mouse a certain distance, right? But then all of a sudden the next game you're on Tracer, you know, and you want to like blink behind an enemy and do a 180-degree turn, but instead of doing a 180-degree turn, you know, you go too far
yes,
because your sensitivity is
yeah,
really fast, right? That muscle
yeah,
memory needs to be like locked in. Okay.
okay,
There are exceptions, right? For example, support players, they use like one sensitivity just for mercy, right? So they have mercy on like a higher sensitivity, and then everything else on a lower one. Not all of them, right? Like the most support players have one sensitivity for everything, but there are some that have like a little bit higher for mercy And then the other ones where you need to like actually aim, like Ana, Zenyatta, whatever, they have like a little bit, a little lower. Okay. Or like, main tanks, generally speaking, have like a higher sensitivity. And then when they flex to an off tank, maybe you have like someone who's playing Reinhardt and Winston, but he also sometimes plays Zarya. Maybe he has a little bit of a lower sensitivity on Zarya. But for DPS players, you cannot afford to learn like 20,000 different sensitivities. Okay. That is not very
effective.
Not very effective. Okay. How big is your mousepad?
That's not very big. I don't really know the exact measurements, but it's small.
Like how, like your hand. Okay, that doesn't really help because I don't know how big. Do you have anything to like? Do you have like a rough guideline? What keyboard do you have?
I have a Black Widow Chrome.
Does it have a numpad?
Yeah, it does.
So it's like the big one. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many Black Widow chromas fit on your mousepad, like horizontally?
Just the numpad horizontally. Well, maybe
the entire keyboard. Like, okay, wait, look.
well, about 3/4 or
wait, 3/4.
of the keyboard. Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna send you a picture so you know what I'm talking about. So there we go. Let's just make a sexy picture. Actually, wait. I am not wearing pants, so I need to be careful about how I make this picture.
Alright.
There we go. Okay, let me send this to you. Okay, so my keyboard doesn't have a numpad, right? But my keyboard is like basically, if I had a numpad, it would fill out the whole mousepad.
Well, my numpad is the only part of the keyboard that goes over the.
Oh,
the
it goes
mousepad.
over.
Yep.
So if the numpad wasn't there, then your keyboard would like fit.
Exactly the same size. Yeah.
Okay. And in like in terms of like depth, like if you turn your keyboard 90 degrees, how much space does that have?
I'm guessing the same thing. Yeah, because it's my mousepad is a square.
Oh,
so
you have
it's
a
the same.
square mousepad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Most of them are like. Okay, Jesus Christ! I just fucked over my keyboard. Yeah. Most mousepads aren't. That's kind of weird actually that it's square. But I guess it makes sense for like smaller ones. But the larger ones are like, Okay, so I'm trying to like imagine. So your keyboard, so your mousepad isn't like the smallest, but it's also not, super.
Yeah, it's not
huge,
very big.
But would a larger mousepad fit on your desk?
I don't think so. My desk is like very
Okay.
cramped right now.
Okay, that sounds a little scuffed, but it's okay. Honestly, no, I think your mousepad is large enough. Like I was scared that you had like a super small mousepad, like the stuff you would find at a library.
Yeah, I used to have one of those. I used to play
okay,
it like 32,000 EDPI.
Well, Bismillah, I guess. Anyways, so here's the thing. So the point behind having a large mousepad is that a large mousepad allows you to use a lower sensitivity while still being able to turn, right? So if you have a small mousepad and you have a low sensitivity and you want to do like a 180-degree turn, you're just gonna, your mouse is gonna fly off the mousepad.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to use high sensitivity if you have a small mousepad. But I think your mousepad size honestly is okay. I don't think it's terrible. So I wouldn't really worry too much. It's not super big, but it's okay. So you want to make sure that you actually use the mousepad. If you feel like you're running out of mousepad, but you're happy with your sensitivity, then obviously you're gonna need a bigger one. But I think it should be fine. Ultimately, the important point is just try to, out of the sensitivities that you use right now, please just try to find one that like, you want to settle on that you think works for all of them.
Well, is 800 DPI and 9 sensitivity in game like good, or is it too high?
No, that's completely okay.
All right. Well,
like as a general, okay. So as a general rule of thumb, you want to have anywhere between. Do you know what EDPI is?
Yes, I know.
Okay, you want to have anywhere between 2,000 and 10,000. That's like the range.
All right.
So 809 is like perfectly normal. That's completely okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Well, topic number 1 is done. Okay, number 2, you use a 60 hertz monitor.
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever thought
well,
about
it's 75 hertz.
Oh wow,
Well, not
wow,
really.
wow, 75 hertz.
Yeah, it's
Did you
75 hertz.
did you steal that monitor from NASA?
Yeah,
Hi,
kinda. Just
hi.
broken. Just
Okay. You know, the year is 2020. You can get 144 hertz monitors for like not a lot of money. Try to like save up for one because it really is like, you know, it does make a pretty big difference. It's not gonna make you like a god. And if you were a tank or a support player, I would tell you to like not even bother because it's not like in main chat. In main chat right now on the server, do you see Mew Mew?
wait.
The guy with the blue name.
Main chat, which is okay.
Do you see Mew Mew?
Yeah,
Okay, you see how he's like 4200 SR?
yeah.
Okay, he's a support main. He also just uses a 60 hertz monitor. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't need, you know, with support it's okay, but like if you're playing Genji or Tracer, you know, it's a little
Harder.
yeah, it's not like, you know, getting a 144 hertz monitor isn't gonna make you like a god, but your eyes are going to thank you because like, you know, once you go 144 hertz, you're not gonna go back. And trust me, like my eyes would hurt if I had to play Tracer at 60 hertz.
Right.
Okay, so
But
that's something you
I,
can.
I remember in one of your videos you said like you don't really need 60 hertz, like a higher hertz monitor, you know.
Oh yes,
So
you don't need it. The reason why I give that as general advice is because a lot of people have this mindset of, "Ooh, if I get a 144 hertz monitor, I'm a pro gamer," you know,
okay.
and they end up wasting money on it. Okay, so you can reach top 500 on a 60 hertz monitor, right? I'm not giving you this advice because it's going to make you a god at the game. I'm giving you this advice because, you know, it's good for your eyes. You know, quality of life, exactly. Like it's a good. I just noticed it. You know. Okay, now let's get to the important parts. Or well, actually, this isn't the important part yet, but it's interesting. You said that you've been playing seriously since the 29th of October 2018, which is suspiciously specific.
Well, I don't remember the exact date, but it was around
Then
season
why
12.
did you put down the 29th? Like I thought that was the
Well,
day
I
where like,
start.
you know, your
Well, I started at
parents
season 12. That's why.
like fucking some Overwatch League player came over and he like murdered your parents and now you want to go pro to like take revenge or something. Okay.
Well,
So did you play the game before then?
I played it before that, but I only played quick play on console. I didn't really care
Okay.
about the game.
And then what changed?
You know, I bought PC and decided to like try hard in Overwatch. And season 12 just started, so that's when I started playing. Like,
And the thing is,
trying to improve.
you said that you want to reach top 500.
Yeah.
That's obviously a very high skill level, you know. So
Yeah.
you're really taking. I'm not saying you can't. Like, of course you can do it. Like, do you have two
It's
hands?
just yeah, well, I do have two hands.
Well, you know, very very good. You know, that's enough to reach top 500. So, but the thing about top 500 is we're gonna talk about some other stuff. But like, so you really want to take the game serious.
Yeah, I'm doing that, trying my best right
Okay.
now.
So what do you think? So when you reach top 500, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, why do you want that so bad? What do you hope is going to happen when you reach top 500?
Well, I don't really hope for anything. I just want to reach top 500.
Well, yeah, but
Just
why?
like a
You
personal
know,
goal.
you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, well, it's just fun. That's what I care about, really.
Oh, so the game isn't fun
Just
right now, but you think top
No,
500?
it is fun, but it's like I still
yeah.
have to put a goal for myself, you know.
I mean,
Playing just
the question that I'm asking
playing.
is there's a lot of people play the game, right?
Yeah.
But they don't get a coaching session. And they don't review their gameplay, and they don't watch guides, and they don't play ranked all day, you know?
Yeah, well,
and they're still having fun. So for you, like, getting better is what's fun, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm like,
Okay.
want to do.
Okay, so once you reach top 500, what's gonna happen then? Is it like, oh, you know, I reached top 500, now there's nothing else to do, or?
No, I'll just keep playing, but like.
Okay, so do you want to like join a team
Maybe
eventually or something, or?
Yeah, maybe eventually in like a really long-term goal, maybe join a team.
Okay, yeah. Funny story. The fucking Saudi Arabian government, for some
Yeah.
reason, they're super into esports. They actually Dude, they offered me a lot of money to coach like their Saudi Arabian fucking team for a tournament.
Really?
Yes, and but it was really weird because I think most of the players on the team didn't even know how to speak English, and you know,
Yeah.
the only Arabic word I know is like, you know, inshallah and habibi and you know, memskina, you know, bismillah.
These are good enough, you know. You could
Yeah,
probably coach them in these words.
yeah, you know, Malik Yawmiddin, you know, instina firati al whatever, you know. Uh, but okay, no, that's like it's doable. I think the ping is pretty high in Saudi Arabia, right?
Not really. It's like I get between 80 to 100.
Well, I mean that's pretty high. You know, I get like 20.
Yeah, but we get used to it, you know.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Every game we
trust me.
play is like that.
100 ms is pretty good actually. Like I've coached people from South Africa. They get like 200, and it's
Oh.
pretty, you know,
Yeah.
you know, not
Hard,
that
yeah.
good. Okay, so you said you play Genji, Tracer, McCree, Soldier. So
Yes,
you're mainly a
and only
hitscan
these.
player, but then like Genji is just for fun on the side, or how does that work?
No, when I first started playing on PC, I was just a Genji one trick, but then
Okay.
but then I got rolled by Far Mercy, so I had to learn hit scan, and then Tracer was just a natural, you know.
Well,
I play Genji, so Tracer.
but why did you need to learn? You know, why did you need to learn hitscan to deal with Vara?
Because I placed in gold, and you know, every game where Farah was against us, we lost. So I just learned hit scan to
Right, but
to win.
is hitscan the only way to like deal with Vara?
Well, no, but back in gold, I didn't know any better, so I just
Okay,
learned
okay.
hit scan.
No, but do you see how it's like a little awkward because you know Tracer, McCree, Soldier, they're all hitscan, and then there's like Genji. So you
Yeah,
have like
well,
one projectile, 3 hitscan.
yeah, but this like I feel like a problem because these are the only 4 heroes I know, and like
Well, yes, of course, but the good thing is, right? What you're like, or you're like high platinum, low diamond, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and you want to be top 500.
yes,
If I show a top 500 player your career profile, he's gonna like shit his pants, you know. He's gonna be like, what is this? You know, how does this happen? Okay, maybe not that rude.
okay.
Um, but obviously you're like at the start of your journey. You know, one day you're gonna look back on today and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I was pretty bad. Which means that you can still make changes. You know, you're not locked in. You don't have to, you know, continue playing the characters that you're playing right now. Because if the only reason you picked up those characters is because you want to deal with Farah, you can deal with Farah as a projectile as well. Like you can either go, there's 3 options to deal with a Farah, okay? You can either A, just play Farah yourself, but obviously that only works if you have a Mercy. I mean, it can work without a Mercy, but it's kind of annoying. Number 2, you can go Hanzo, and you can just snipe her. Okay? It's maybe not
Yeah.
as easy as Widowmaker, but it doesn't matter, you can snipe her. Or number 3, you can just ignore the Farah and do your own thing. You know? Like
Yeah.
if you play Genji, like let the Farah do whatever she wants, you don't care. Because when the Farah gets 1 kill, you just use Blade and then you kill 3 people.
Yeah, well, that's what I mostly do right now, like in low
Well,
diamond, high plat, because my other
yes.
DPS is usually just switches to hit scan and he's capable. So
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because you do know that eventually you're gonna have to specialize, you know?
yeah, this is the thing. Like I don't know what to specialize to. Should I just commit to hit scan
Well,
because I
what do
already
you?
know?
I mean, you said you like Genji. He was
Yeah, I
like
like
your
Genji,
main.
but I don't like any other projectile character.
Oh, so you
So
don't like Hanzo and Echo and Farah?
no, well, Echo, you know, Echo's cool, but I don't like any other character, any other projectile. You know,
And what
so
about
I'm
Hitscan?
kind of. I like hit scans, but like, yeah, I like hit scans. I guess I'm gonna learn hit scans.
Yeah,
But
no,
does that mean I'll
I'm
have to
just
drop
saying,
Genji?
right? Because you said you eventually want to like join a team, right?
Yeah,
If you join a team, you know, they're not
they
gonna
want
look
it.
for it. They're gonna say, you know, do you play projectile or hitscan, right? If you
Yeah.
go there as hitscan, like you're not gonna play Genji. The other guy is playing Genji. If you go there as projectile, you're not gonna play Tracer, McCree, or Soldier. The other guy is gonna play those characters. Does it make sense?
Yeah, well, yeah, I completely understand you.
Okay.
So I guess I'm just gonna pick up hit scan.
No. Don't rush. Like, this is kind of a long-term decision. You know, you're gonna invest a lot of time into the game, so just think about it. You know, a few days, kind of think, okay, you know, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And then you can decide, but you don't have to do that right now. Okay.
Okay.
Now we get to the big part. Okay. This is the train wreck of the forum, you know?
Okay.
Like, your forum is like a dumpster, and then this part is like a huge pile of shit.
The fire.
Basically. Yeah.
The flaming shit.
It's the shit on fire, it's burning. How many hours do you put into the game each week? And you said 7 or less, usually because I feel demotivated after I lose. Okay?
Yeah.
If I would have a timer, every time I would go to the toilet to poop, I think I spend more than 7 hours a week pooping. So I poop more than you play Overwatch.
Well, 7 hours and ranked, but I play more than 7 hours if you count quick.
And
arcade.
that is what we need to talk about. Okay? Because later down, I said, do you warm up? And you said, yes, quick play and deathmatch. So, when I asked you how many hours do you put into the game each week, I meant everything. Like, how many hours do you have Overwatch open per week?
Oh. Total hours, maybe 15.
15. Okay, that's still pretty bad, but it's better than 7 hours. So you're saying that over half your time, I think your phone is ringing.
Yeah, okay, it's just another.
What time is it in Saudi Arabia?
Right now it's 9:30 p.m.
Do you wake up at 9:30 p.m.?
No, I usually sleep like after 2 or 3 hours now.
Oh, okay. I was just confused why your alarm was ringing. Anyways,
No,
so
alarm was supposed to be for the coaching session, but I said 30 minutes too late.
Oh, good reminder. Yes, very nice.
Good reminder.
Very good, you know. But yeah, so over half your time, you don't even play ranked.
Yeah, because this is only recently, because I've been losing a lot recently. So I thought, well, why play ranked? You know, I'll just play, you know, a few games of quick play and deathmatch, so I don't get rusty, and then just wait for the coaching session, I guess, so I can fix my problems.
But this,
usually
but what do you think the problems are?
Well, I know.
I mean, I asked you, what's your biggest weakness? And you said feeling lost and useless, which isn't very specific. And your hero pool, right? And we already talked about your hero pool, right? But don't you think that, you know, 7 hours a week of competitive might be a weakness? Might be a problem? I mean, okay, you want to reach...
I keep losing, so... No. But I keep losing in, like, ranked.
Okay.
Like, right now I have something like 30% win rate, so I don't know if I should keep playing and losing more, or like...
Well, but then why are you here? Do you want to play the game, or do you not want to play the game?
Yeah, well, of course I want to play the game, but like, I thought maybe after the coaching session, you know, I'll like get better and I'll just fucking grind ranked.
No,
5 hours a day.
No, just because of this session, you're not gonna like all of a sudden go into your games and win everything. Like, this is about getting better. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you, oh, you need to do this there and then this there. If you want to do that, you can go on fucking Reddit and post your gameplay, or you can watch random guides. That's not my job. Okay? My job is to figure out why you have been playing the game since October 2018. You've been playing the game for 2 years.
Okay.
And you're still fucking platinum low diamond. That's
come on. I climbed from silver, so you know. I think I did something well here.
Okay, but do you, like, are you like, if we go at that pace, do you think, like, are you happy with that? You know, 2 years just to get to platinum. Some people they play the game for the first time and they get platinum. You know.
No, that's why. Like,
so we need to figure out what went wrong during those 2 years. Like, what are you doing that's stopping you from improving? Right.
Yeah.
And you're saying that you when you're losing, then you just stop playing or you start playing quick play. Okay.
Yeah.
The first
Like
thing
stop.
you need to understand. Quick play. It's not that quick play doesn't help you improve. It's that quick play literally makes you worse. Quick play is so fundamentally different from ranked, from the way it's structured, from the team comps you're going to be dealing with. The matchmaking is super shit, so you're going to have randomly skilled players basically. No one is really trying hard. If people want to try hard, they go into ranked. Like the entire atmosphere is different. Okay?
Well, I usually start practicing in quick play because for some reason Overwatch places me with like high master players in quick play and I just get trolled.
Okay.
So I thought that was like, good
no,
practice.
that is not
Playing
okay.
against higher ranked players.
When it comes to improvement, you need to make sure like being challenged is good, but quick play gives you the bad kind of challenge. Because the problem is that yes, maybe you're gonna play with like better players sometimes, and then you're gonna play with worse. Like it's not very consistent. Okay. It's not a very accurate representation of how ranked is actually going to go, and it's going to make improvement very difficult. And again, the atmosphere is really different because people just aren't trying as hard. Okay. If a master level player goes into quick play, do you think he's gonna like give a shit about whether he wins or loses? No, and that's not good because you don't want to practice against people who aren't taking it serious. Like imagine if I wasn't taking the session serious, you know? Like you want like you're taking the game serious, you want to play with other people who also want, you know, who also take the game serious. That's the point. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's number one. No more quick play. Like ever.
Right.
Literally, do not press that button.
Okay.
Now, in terms of ranked, you only play like regular role queue competitive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Don't bother with open queue. Open queue is also kind of a meme. Okay, good. So, and now in terms of playtime. So you said you play 15 hours a week, right? If we say like half an hour for warm up each day, that's like 12 hours for ranked each week. Okay. Do you think that's good enough?
Well, no.
Okay. How much time do you think, you know, do people usually put in when they want to reach top 500?
Well, I think they put in like 8 hours a day, but
okay, no.
I don't have 8 hours a day.
Yeah, okay, no, it's not quite 8 hours. Okay, you don't have to put in 8 hours, but what I usually recommend to get top 500 is around like 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, 3 is okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Can you do
just
4?
try. Well, I can try maybe in weekends.
Yeah, no, that's good. Like the goal should be, what I recommend is 25 hours a week.
Okay, I'll
that's
try
that's like so like that's 3 hours each day, and then plus 4 hours basically that you can put in on like the weekends or something. Do you think that's something you can do?
Yeah, I think it's doable.
Okay, you're just gonna have to try, and it's going to be a big difference, obviously, because you're basically playing like 3 times as much right now. But I'm telling you right now that 7 hours of ranked a week is a joke. Like you can keep doing that for years and you're still going to be platinum. Okay. 15 hours is okay if you want to get like diamond, maybe master. Okay. But if you really want to like improve at a good pace, you know, we're not talking hitting top 500 in 5 years. You know, we want to reach top 500, you know, before your hair starts falling out.
Okay.
For that, 15 hours is a little casual. That's like what, 2 hours a day. Okay. If you want to be one of the 500 best players on the server, you need to actually put in that much effort. Okay?
All right. Okay. I think playtime is gonna be an easy thing to fix.
Well, then why didn't you fix it before?
Well, I didn't think I'd need that many hours to like play, but well, now I know.
Okay. How about... Okay, now the next thing we need to talk about, okay, you said that when you lose, that's when you go into quick play.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm just gonna keep losing
Okay, why is that a problem?
because I'm building bad habits in quick play.
You're building bad habits in quick play, yes, but what I'm saying is, if you're losing, why do you stop playing just because you're losing?
Well, I don't want to lose even more, so
So, the reason, here's what you need to understand. Okay, what is the reason you're losing?
because I'm playing like shit.
Yes. So, your solution to not playing like shit is to just like not play at all.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Well, thinking about it, no.
No. Like when you went to school, sometimes you get a shit grade. Is the answer to getting a shit grade to like just stay home?
No.
No. You need to study. You need to practice. Okay? If you want to get good, you need to play and practice. Okay? So
Okay.
obviously, sometimes you're going to feel pretty bad. That's normal. Sometimes you're going to lose a lot of games. That's normal. Okay? But what you need to understand is what does a top 500 player do when he loses like 3 or 4 games in a row?
He goes again.
Some do, yes, but usually what most of them do is they take a break. Okay? For like
Okay.
half an hour, they play Among Us or Fall Guys or like they just do something else to kind of relax. And then after that, they go back into the game. Okay?
Okay.
You need to learn how to deal with losses. Because if you reach top 500 and you get in a team, you're going to lose a lot of scrims. And the thing is, with ranked, you're going to lose a couple of games. But sometimes, you're going to scrim the same team for a double block, which is 4 hours. And if the team is just better than you, then you're going to get shit on for 4 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you can't handle that, if you start to get tilted, if you stop coming, or, dare I say, if you rage quit, you're not going to find another team anytime soon. Okay? Okay? Like, I had to deal with a player, like in the middle of a scrim, he just rage quit. Okay? And then the other coach, he was also like a high rank support player, so he just like filled in, so it was okay. We didn't need to cancel. But that player, after that, he was just known as the guy who like literally rage quit in the middle of a scrim. And obviously that's not a good reputation
No one wants
to have. Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to learn how to deal with losses now. You can't avoid that problem.
Yeah.
The only way to get better at playing well tilted is to play well tilted, is what I usually say. Okay.
Well, all right.
Okay. Take a break. Take a short break. Don't do anything Overwatch related during that break. Okay. Don't play deathmatch. Don't play quick play. Don't play 18+ Mercy erotic roleplay custom game servers. Just close the game and do something else. It literally, I don't know, what do people in Saudi Arabia do in their free time? Go.
Yeah, well,
you have good weather in Saudi Arabia. Go to the beach or something. I don't know.
We don't have beaches here.
What
we just get roasted alive in the sun.
Oh, you get roasted. Okay. What hobbies do you have?
It's like 50 degrees here. Well, I work out and like practice soccer.
There you go. You can, for half an hour, just do a few sit-ups. Do a small workout, okay? You're gonna get like super swole. You're gonna get fucking jacked. Like it's good because the more you suck dick at Overwatch, the more swole you're going to get.
I'll rank up in real life.
Yeah,
which is the win.
Exactly. So there's 2 outcomes. Either you're going to be top 500 or you're going to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's a win-win situation.
Okay. That's great. I'm just gonna grind ranked.
You're just gonna grind that. Okay. No, but I'm serious. Like ultimately, this is much better. 30-minute break and then you go back into ranked because you really need the playtime. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one extra thing we need to talk about is is review. Do you do any reviews or something?
Of my own gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, I try to, but like I don't know. I don't really know. Like, how do I help myself exactly?
Well,
How do I call it?
what's the point behind VOD review?
Is to help myself to find my own mistakes.
It's not about finding anything, you know? Like if you're in game and you decide to like 1v1 the enemy McCree as Tracer and you get flashbanged and headshotted, is that like a difficult mistake to find?
Yeah, well, no, it's not really a difficult
Yeah.
mistake,
Mm-hmm.
but at the
Exactly.
same time, it's like such a simple mistake, but that like I don't really need to coach myself to avoid it. I'll just know to not do it
Well,
in
but
game.
well, yeah, but you still do it. If you so you think you don't make any stupid mistakes?
No, I do make stupid
Exactly.
mistakes. But it's like
Okay. So how?
like
Mhm.
if I like see myself in my own VOD, like how do I stop myself from doing that same stupid mistake again? Like I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna explain a concept to you called aversion. Okay. Do you know what
Uh,
aversion is?
no.
Okay. I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Okay.
I give you, or I tell you that I'm going to give you 1 billion. What's the currency in Saudi Arabia?
Reals.
What?
Reals.
Reals.
Okay.
Was that like, and you got it right? Okay, or I'm not even gonna try to correct you. Okay.
Well, it's both. You got it.
Okay.
Kinda got it right.
Okay. I'm just gonna say dollars. Okay. I'm going to
I,
give you a $1 billion. Okay. You won't have to work for the rest of your life. Okay. And
okay.
all you need to do, okay, is you need to take a sewing needle. Do you know what a sewing needle
Yeah,
looks
I
like?
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to take it, okay, and you need to stick it through the palm of your hand. So it
Okay.
goes in one side and it goes out the other side. Okay? Is that
Okay.
going to kill you?
No.
Is that going to give you severe psychological trauma?
Maybe.
Mm.
I mean,
No, it's not going to
uh,
give you severe psychological trauma. Okay.
well, it depends how
If
badly I
you
fuck it up.
if you have like a sewing needle in your hand and you go to the doctor, are you going to tell him that you need therapy because now you have severe psychological trauma?
Well, again, it depends on how badly I fuck it up. If I fuck it up,
No,
maybe I'll need
it's a
some.
sewing needle. How much damage can a sewing needle do? Okay.
Well, I don't know about sewing needles like that you've seen, but our sewing needles are like fucking syringes
Okay,
here.
I think we're talking about the fucking. Let me
Are
send
different.
you a picture because I think we're talking about different sewing needles. Wait. Okay, what I mean by sewing needle are fucking. Where is it? Uh,
Like
man,
paper clips.
no, I mean these things. Wait, these ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
but I won't feel them at all.
Okay. Look, wait. Here's. Oh, I'm not. I don't want to download this. Wait, copy image. Here, these things. Do you think this is going to kill you?
No.
No. Okay. It's a sewing needle. Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
Okay. Okay. So, would you do it? Stick it through your hand for
Yeah, I'd absolutely do it. Yeah,
obviously.
no doubt about it.
Who the fuck is going to say no to that? You know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, okay? If you take the needle, just imagine, okay? Don't look at the screen. Look at like the palm of your hand, okay?
Okay.
And just imagine sticking the sewing needle through there and then pulling it out the other side. Okay?
Okay.
You're going to hesitate. Like the logical part of your brain knows that this is 100% worth it, right? But
Yeah.
but it's still not going to be easy. Okay?
Yeah.
That's called aversion. Okay? It's an instinct because you don't want to hurt yourself. Okay? And the good thing about a version is it happens automatically. It's not something you need to remind yourself of, right? It's not like you're going to forget that sewing needles hurt, right? When you're about to put it there, your body is going to tell you, what the fuck are you doing? This is going to hurt. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And the same thing, that the same process mentally happens with high-level players when they play the game. Okay? Because if, let's say, 3 of your teammates die, so it's a 3v6, okay?
Okay.
Do you think it's a smart idea to use your soldier ultimate now?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously not. Okay? But the thing is, right, when you play the game, sometimes you're going to do that. You're going to make that mistake. And then afterwards, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I just do that? This was such a waste. You know?
Exactly. I do this like a lot.
Exactly. But for a high-level player, he doesn't need to think about it, right? Because he automatically, when he thinks about using his ultimate, his brain automatically stops him if it notices something fishy going on, like his entire team dying in the kill feed, right? And even if you told him, like, press Q now, it would be difficult because it just feels so cringe and uncomfortable. Okay? He doesn't need to think about it. Because when he thinks about it, he's going to start feeling uncomfortable and he's not going to do it. That's aversion. Okay? His brain stops him from doing stupid shit because it knows that it's stupid. Okay? But your brain doesn't realize it's stupid until you get a chance to think about it, and that's already too late. Okay? And that's why very often you're going to see mistakes when you VOD review, but you're going to keep making them because you can't recognize them in game. You can only recognize them afterwards.
Yeah, like that's what happens to me all the time.
Exactly. And that's how you stay in platinum for 2 years. Okay? Because you see those mistakes in the VOD review, but then you still make them in game. And so what you need to do is you need to develop that aversion. Okay? Because if you look at your VOD, okay, and you see that you use Soldier Ultimate in a 3v6, okay, you're going to feel a little stupid. Okay?
Yeah.
But like, it's not the end of the world. You're just gonna feel a little stupid. Okay? But let's say you make that mistake like once or twice a game, okay? And you review every single day. Okay? So 3 months later, okay, you're going to see yourself make that mistake for like the 150th time. Okay? After seeing the mistake for the first time, you're going to feel a little stupid. Okay? But how are you going to feel after seeing yourself make the same stupid fucking mistake 150 times in a row? Every single day, you keep seeing it.
Well, I'll feel pretty stupid, you know.
Okay, you know, I think that's an understatement. You're going to call your parents and you're going to tell them that you're sorry for being a disappointment, you know? Like, that's pretty rough. Okay? And the more often, each time you see yourself repeat the same mistake, you're going to get more embarrassed by it. Okay? More and more embarrassed. So eventually, the next time you play the game and you're about to press Q as soldier, your brain is going to remember that embarrassment and it's going to go, check the kill feed first. And then you're going to check the kill feed first, and you're going to see that your entire team is dead, and you're not going to press Q.
Okay. Well, is it that simple, you know, just reviewing my own?
It is that simple. When you review a VOD, you don't need to do like an in-depth analysis or anything. All you need to do is just what I do is when I was grinding the game, okay, in the morning, I just made myself some cereal. You know, I got like the nice ones. They're like the nougat bits. I don't know what they're called. So they have like chocolate filling. You know, They're really good.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I think I know what you're talking
Okay, yeah. I made myself a bowl of that, and then I sat down at my PC, and I just opened up a replay from the day before. And then I ate my cereal, and I watched myself feed for like 30 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
And sometimes I was still hungry because I was a fat piece of shit, and then I made myself more cereal, and then I watched like another VOD. Okay? But then eventually I was done, and I did a short warm-up, you know, like one deathmatch, 20 minutes or 15, 20 minutes, and then I played ranked. Okay? And that's the process I used for literally all of the games I got good at. You know, when I started improving at League, that's what I did. When I started improving at Valorant recently, that's what I did. When I started grinding Diamond in Legends of Runeterra, that's how I did it. Because you need to see yourself repeat these stupid mistakes over and over again, otherwise you're not going to get better.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Did I bring across how important this is?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Do you have any questions about any of that?
Well, sometimes I like feel lost and like not see them my mistake. It's like is that
That's
normal?
okay. That's okay.
Or like see a team fight and I won't know what I'm doing in game, or
That is
even after
yeah.
the VOD, like watching the team fight, I'll still not know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's completely okay. Just look for the obvious mistakes. You know, like for
right.
example, if you're playing Genji, okay, maybe you like maybe you dive the enemy Ana to like 1v1 her, but you don't have your deflect, and then you die. You know, maybe you use Blade and you just get roto cooked immediately. Right?
Okay.
Maybe you need to look if the enemy team has CC before you Blade. You know, and then next time you can wait. Right? Like it's really just the obvious mistakes. Okay?
Okay.
It's you don't have to look for like small micro level decisions, because the players at your level, they can't see those mistakes anyways. Okay? So if they can't see them, they can't punish them. You know? Like for example, if the enemy Ana at your rank is really shit, they're not going to sleep dart you. Right?
Yeah.
So normally, if you don't keep track of Ana's sleep dart when you want to Blade as Genji, that's a mistake. Right? Normally it's a mistake, but in low elo it doesn't matter. She's not like gonna hit it, or she's not going to save it. Right?
Yeah.
So that means it's not a problem you need to worry about yet. But when you climb, right, maybe all of a sudden you're playing against Master Ana players, and they do save those cooldowns, then you're going to notice, okay, every single time I Blade, I get rotor hooked, I get slept, I get naded, I get flashbanged, I get whatever. Maybe I need to like, you know, keep track of that, right? Or maybe another thing, you know, maybe you notice that whenever you Blade, you know, the person that you're trying to kill, you know, they just go away, like they escape, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's also a pretty obvious mistake, you know? If you Blade and you get 0 kills. And then maybe next time you can be like, okay, you know, maybe I'm not going to dash, you know, maybe I'm not going to go in until I find a target that I know I can kill. You know, instead of just going for the Moira and then she fades, I'm going to try to look for like the Hanzo or the Zenyatta or the whatever.
Yeah.
Does all of that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good. Now, lastly, you did put down a few questions. See, I told you, man, this session is like fucking therapy. It's just talking.
That's fine.
You said, I want to learn a lot of heroes. So what is the best way to learn new ones? I always feel like if I start learning a new hero, I'll forget how to play my mains. And then what is the main difference between a Diamond and a Masters player? Okay, I'm going to answer the second question first. The main difference between a Diamond and a Masters player usually is just that Master players play the game more.
That's it.
Basically it. Yeah, like you can't generalize it. Like I can't say that Master players have better mechanics than Diamond players. Like on average, yes, they do. But I know some Diamond players who can beat like top 500 players in Widowmaker 1v1s, but they just don't have a brain. You know? They have really good aim, but they don't actually know, they can't count to 10,
Yeah.
So you can't generalize it like that. Like the simple answer is master players are just better than diamond players. Like they just make less mistakes, they play more, they're more consistent, but there's nothing like specific. You need to figure out what your problems are like in game, and then you can kind of go on from there. Okay. Now for the first question, okay, you want to learn a lot of heroes. Why?
Okay. With just 4 heroes, I feel like I'm pretty useless, if
Well,
none of my picks are working.
Well, but why aren't they working?
I,
Are they
you know,
working because the pick is bad, or are they not working because you're bad?
well, sometimes it's because the pick is bad, and sometimes it's because I'm bad.
So okay, so can you tell me? So can you give me an example situation where
Let's say,
none of the 4 characters you play are playable?
okay, well, let's say the enemy team is running, let's say, Winston Ball Dive, Winston Ball Reaper Doomfist. Then
Okay.
I'd feel pretty useless as Genji, Who am I gonna farm my blade off?
Yeah, that's
Who am I
okay.
going to assassinate? So I'm just gonna switch to like maybe Tracer, but the Tracer has the same problem. I
Yeah.
could just easily get one
Well,
shot.
yeah, I wouldn't go Genji or Tracer there. Yeah, but why can't you
Yeah.
play McCree? You're a soldier.
Well, the running dive, I'll just immediately die as McCree. As for Soldier, well, I'm not sure. I feel like it's the same as McCree. I'll just die immediately.
So what character is not going to die immediately? Like you're a DPS, like of course a dive comp is going to dive you, and you need to
maybe play Pharah or like Echo, maybe Widow.
Well,
I
but
feel
you,
like
but,
these
but you
characters
don't,
would work here.
but you don't have any targets. So Pharah is like very map dependent, and you usually need a pocket, so that's not always an option. And then Echo is like pretty similar to Genji, like if you're just going to throw your sticky bombs on the Winston all game, that's not really going to help you a lot.
Okay, well,
But like with
what do I do?
Soldier, if they dive you, you can drop healing field, you can run away. Like in order to deal with a dive, you need to position properly so that you can see when they dive you and you have enough time to react. And you need to make sure that you stay close to your team so that they can heal you and that they can peel for you.
Yeah, but the thing is that they usually don't dive me. They dive like my support or like my tanks, because my tanks are playing like Ryan Zari, and I just feel useless just shooting at a ball that's not gonna die, or like a
Then
Winston
don't
bomb.
focus the ball.
Who am I gonna focus then? That's
The
the thing. I
DPS.
get lost. Yeah, well, the DPS are like Doomfist Reaper. Like,
So
I don't know. Like, I can't.
why
If I'm
can't
playing
you?
McCree, it's like McCree is the only character like I can realistically kill them with. But
Well, I mean, you
they're
can kill
probably
them.
diving
You can
me.
kill them with Soldier as well. Why
Yeah, well,
can't
Sol-
you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. I haven't really tried Soldier that much.
Well, I mean, but it
Soldier
works
like
with
my
like
least favorite.
both McCree and Soldier. Like, why can't you kill Reaper or Doomfist?
Well, I can, but I usually die before I'm able to like kill them. Or even if I kill them, I'll die immediately afterwards. Which is why I feel pretty useless as like McCree.
Well, yeah, but is that like a problem with the character? Like,
Well, I always felt like it was a problem with the character. I need to switch to something better. Maybe Reaper.
isn't that like that's kind of like losing a 1v1 and then just say, oh well, the other player just played better. Like Overwatch is a complex game. If you lose a Tracer 1v1, like it's not just because the other person played better. Maybe the other person healed more with their recall. Maybe the other person timed their blinks better to juke you after you reload. Maybe the other Tracer used a health pack. Maybe the other Tracer had a Harmony orb because she knew where her Zenyatta was positioned. Like there's so many things that you can do differently that are beyond the simplest answer. So if you die in game, obviously you can just go, you can be lazy and you can say, oh, the reason I died is because I have the wrong character.
Yeah.
But like a top, like here's you really need to get into this mindset. Whenever you're in a situation like this, like you need to ask yourself, if I was a GM player, if I was a top 500 player, like would I really lose this game just because of my hero?
Well, no.
Well, no. So clearly they know how to deal with this, and that's how getting better works. The way you get better at something is you need to figure out what situations you don't know what to do in. Right? You need to find your weaknesses. You need to find the gaps in your knowledge. and then you need to work on that. Okay? But if you're but you're not addressing them. When the game gets difficult, here's the problem. I'm going to summarize this entire session for you now. Okay? The reason why you are in platinum after 2 years is because every single time you're faced with like a difficult decision, you avoid it. Okay? Either you just stop playing ranked and you just go waste your time in quick play or deathmatch, or you swap to a different character instead of figuring out how to play around it. Like, you can play McCree against Dive. You can play Soldier against Dive. Obviously, if the enemy team comp is like Winston, Diva, Doomfist, Tracer, Lucio, Moira, obviously I wouldn't play Genji or Tracer because you just don't have any good targets, right? That's like an objective reason, right? But if the enemy team is playing Dive, you know, like McCree is fine, you know? Like, you can get picks with your flashbang. If they dive you, you can roll away. It's a lot more about like positioning. Because the thing about dive is, if you guys are all playing together, you know, and you have all of your cooldowns, like a Winston, he doesn't want to jump into 6 people. The way that dive should ideally be played is you need to find targets that are isolated and kind of on their own, and then you know,
dive.
Yeah, and then you dive, right? So you need to figure out, okay, how can I make it as difficult as possible? Maybe in the replay viewer, you can watch it from like the Winston's point of view, and then you're going to see how maybe you could have done things differently to be more annoying. And that's how you...
That's something I never thought about. Okay.
And that's how you get better at the game, you know? Obviously, as I said, sometimes there are situations where you just get outplayed and there is nothing you could have done. But in order to climb, you don't need to always have like a flawless game where you never die and you just kill everyone. You just need to die less than other diamond players, and you just need to be more annoying to the enemy team than the average diamond player. And that's how you climb.
Basically just be more consistent.
Yes.
Than a diamond.
Okay. Don't aim for like perfection. Just try to be better than you were yesterday. And that's the point behind VOD review. Every single hour you put into the game, be it VOD review or grinding ranked, you're going to gain more experience and you're going to gain more confidence. Okay? And sometimes you're going to feed and you're going to lose 500 SR, but it doesn't matter. Because the only way you get better at this game is if you actually play the game and you try out stuff, and when things get difficult, instead of quitting the game and going into quick play, instead of just swapping after every single team fight, just try to play differently and try to get used to it. And eventually you're gonna be like, oh, well, you know, this wasn't really that difficult. You know, maybe I didn't need to swap, or maybe I didn't need to stop playing, you know. I just needed to play it differently. And that's how you get better. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Okay, well, this is the part where you can ask any questions if you have any remaining questions. And again, I'm sorry that we couldn't go over the gameplay, but I feel like we had more important stuff to talk about than...
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, right now I don't really have any questions. I guess I'm gonna ask you if I need to.
Okay,
later.
Yeah, no, that works. Okay, good. So, then I get to the last part. So... the first thing I need to mention is at the end of the forum, I like tell people like about me recording the sessions, right? And you answered yes, but double check with me after the session. I think the session was really good. Like, would you be fine with me using it?
Well, okay, yeah, sure, use it.
Okay, nice. I mean, like we didn't go over a VOD, but I think it's good to like show these kinds of sessions as well, you know, so people can like see what it's about. But yeah, so what you can do is if you have any questions, you can DM me. You can go to this page to leave a review if you want to. And then lastly, if you ever want to get another session, don't use the normal link, okay? You now have special access to this link, okay? And the way it works is the more sessions you've had in the past, the cheaper the sessions get.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, for context though, you know, you kind of bought the session right before I increase prices, so it's kind of awkward. But you know, the option is there. It's just something for you to look into. Again, you know, you can just see how it goes. You know, like play the game, try to do the things we
Yeah,
talked
I'll
about.
definitely do that.
Yeah, you know, see how it goes. If you need more help, I'm here. You know what to do. And
All right.
okay, very good. Then I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good one. See ya.
See you.